I am inevitable.
Yo, what's up, people? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Moon Knight Roundtable. We got the usual suspects in the house, and my cat is just. All right, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yeah, that wasn't a ghost. That was a cat, right?
Yeah, she's looking out the window. How you guys doing, man? Guys, good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, my pain threshold's a 3, and I'm happy. I'm good.
All right. So we're gonna go around the panel so you guys can shout out your channels real quick. I'm gonna start off with my boy to my right, left, right. Danny, talk to the people, sir.
What up? I'm Danny Graham, AK Comment Chat. You can find me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays nights on this very channel, Chaos Central. Trying to do content along with Anzo, Chris Knight, some others. Saturdays I usually try and do Square One with Anzo, Chris and Roberto, but my job, man, now is kind of funky. Someone's picking up, but ready for the night.
Cool. Ash,
if you like NBA, doggone, I think real Golden State Memphis gonna be a hot series, boy. It went down to the wire today.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen what happened. Ash, go ahead.
Yes, Ashley the Widow is my channel. I just put up 3 videos in the course of 15 hours. So there's 3 videos there for you to look at, check out. The Moon Knight dude had some sound like white noise. I couldn't get it out of the video, but enjoy. I have a guest, Dot, and I talk about episode 5. So that video's up, news video, another video. And another video coming. That's what I'm doing. Videos. And a stream soon.
Absolutely. Fat Steven Seagal, you're up next.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Oh, and I got put to the bottom because I'm fat. Yeah.
Gravity. It's gravity. Okay.
Zigzags. Thank you for having me again. We're 1 episode away from the end of this series, and this one was like one you couldn't even talk about because it would spoil too much stuff. It was actually probably the best.
All right, interesting. Eli, you're up.
What do you want me to say?
You know how we begin. Shout out your channel.
I have a science show called What's With the Universe, where I talk anywhere from basic astronomy to astrophysics. Black holes, planetary formations, even about our planets and our own very moons. But lately, James Webb Telescope has been getting a lot of attention lately. People have forgotten about poor old little Hubble up there. We got about 8 more years left of life on it. So I don't have a show Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific time talking about Hubble. So turn to my channel if you want to learn a little bit more about Hubble. I'll send some parody videos on there. And I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was. So I'll probably think of it later. Never mind.
No problem. Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. And now we are 1 episode. Well, the last episode's coming up this Tuesday. And we had episode. And we had episode 5. So let's get you guys' first impressions. Danny, what were your first impressions of this episode?
I thought this was the best one yet. I was intrigued. I was a little agitated at first. I thought one of the characters was going to be kind of cheesy and campy, but as the episode went on, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Um, got some excitement at the end. I got a little bit of speculation what I think is going to happen, but I really now we kind of delve. I don't know that's the correct word. Kind of dove down into Mark's past and his childhood was pretty jacked up stuff. But now we kind of see how Mark and Stephen all began. So I was cool with that, man. Cool with the character development.
Absolutely. What up, Big O Show? What up, Tony Robinson? What up, Drop Shop? Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. Ashley, what's your first impressions?
Good episode. I like the Stephen and Mark show. It's not very, it's basically what it is. Overall, good, solid episode. I didn't like the choice of voice acting again here, but I enjoyed it.
You didn't like the voice acting for the hippo, you mean?
Yeah, for
Me neither.
Torot.
Me
I
neither.
didn't like it.
Torah.
Yeah, me neither.
Torot. I say it so country. Yeah, I was just working through it. Thanks. But yeah, so I didn't like the voice at all. And it was just Oscar Isaac running around hallways, and talking to himself. And it was cool. Like him, acting against himself is what I mean, not, the opposite of how that could sound. So it was cool, but you don't want me to get into specifics, right?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Steven?
Yes.
First impressions, episode?
Well, I'm very not upset that Batwoman has been canceled. I had to throw that in there. Other than
Thank God.
Well, I agree with
Rick
you.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Gosh, I'm agreeing with that.
I'm elated that Wonder Twins was canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, the
yeah,
Wonder Twins was canceled too?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got the green light and they canceled that. I'm like, fuck, come on.
You missed. There's also another one. Did you guys see the fact that someone tried to set up a $2,000 GoFundMe?
Yeah.
To Batwoman?
Yeah, to keep it.
It's crazy as hell.
I rather fund Legends of Tomorrow than Batwoman. Okay?
Where at the CW do they have a mailbox for like GoFundMe so they can save shows?
And it's funny because I think Batwoman lasted 2 seasons too long.
No, it lasted 4 seasons too long.
He's saying it should have never been created.
No.
It sucked that
They
they
should have
killed
took that money. I don't know who doing this Superman and Lois, but those suckers on fire. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh, hell yeah.
Superman and Lois
Fire.
I feel kind of offended that you guys are mocking my show.
Bizarro world. All right, sounds off the hook.
I am full of virtue, lock hair.
Yeah, Superman and Lois is fire. I love it. So what did you think of this episode? Fat, Steven, what did you think of it? First impression.
Not bad. If you guys did scan the QR code that was in the walls of the mental hospital, because I haven't posted it, it was a free Moon Knight comic from their digital store.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I guess that's the second one they did because there was a.
It was good. I put out to kill that hippo. I want a gun. It's like I'm watching the CGI version of his fat boss, but nicer. That's pretty much what it is. But it was good. It was one of the better ones. But it's like, why didn't you have this type of storytelling throughout all of it? That's pretty much my impression so far.
All right, Eli.
Well, I started watching this and I'm thinking, like, okay, he has to reconcile his past. Crap, flashbacks. Filler episode. This is episode 5. We got one more left. Why are you doing this to me, Marvel? Nope. Marvel pulled a 180 on me. I fucking love this episode.
It's good. My first impressions of this episode, I think I'm on Ashley's side. I'm like, it was okay. You know what I mean? It was a good episode, but for me, I'm like, it was exactly what I said it was going to be. The whole episode was flashbacks and finding out certain parts of the story, and I'm just thinking to to be the second to last episode. You know what I mean? Like Marvel has this way of just piling everything on the last episode, and they went the same route with this one, and I was just like, okay, well, whatever, you know. But that was my first impression. I was
I thought it was done in the correct sequence though, because if they'd have done that the second episode, then it wouldn't mean as much as it does now.
Well, according to the story, I guess you would say yes, but I think maybe we should have had 9 episodes. You know what I mean? If we had 8 episodes and you did it now,
I agree, more episodes.
You know what I mean? Then I would have been like, okay, I can get that right now. But go ahead, Fat.
There's also an underlying factor that has been mentioned. I've seen in numerous feeds. This falls into the same trope. We can bring it up again later. Is we have a show called Moon Knight, and we've only had 11 minutes of Moon Knight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Which is another thing I would get into as well. But Chris Knight is in the house. What's up, Chris? Thank you. God, you can make it.
About time, right?
Yeah. Always late.
Yeah.
This guy's not even black, and he's working on black people time.
Actually, we were early.
Wait. Say that again. I'm not even that. I'm what?
I said you're not black, and you're working on black people time.
He was not late. We were all early.
My surrogate, listen, my surrogate parents, they're both black, so maybe that's why. Maybe I was just raised a certain way.
His watch was made by Jordans.
Yes, and his shoes are Jordans.
Jordan.
Shout out your channel and then give us your first impressions, Chris.
Yeah, Real Review 3000, guys, check it out. Also, Chaos Central, chaoscentral.com, all that fun stuff. I am personally on my channel 13 subscribers away from 6,000. Nice. So please, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, consider looking at some videos. If you like what you see, please subscribe. First impressions. I thought it did a really good job explaining everything to the people who may not understand what's going on. And I while the ending was kind of a surprise, I think I know what they might be trying to do with it, and I was I was happy with what they did.
Okay, cool. More or less, we all seem to think it was a great episode. I think some liked it good episode. Some liked it other than more than others. But like I said, the issue that I had, we'll get into our negatives and stuff like that. Let's talk about our positives, though. Go the other way around. Eli, let's hear what you loved about this episode. What did you like about it?
Okay, as somebody who never read the comic books, I like how Marvel is basically looking to show evenly split between people who actually are familiar with it and who have no idea who Moon Knight is, like me. This episode, basically, like I said, I thought it was going to be a flashback, but no. The way they did, they incorporated his memories in the episodes from the past episodes. Like, we got a small little sliver of the bathroom fight scene. It wasn't a full window one scene. Like, okay, this is part of who I am. Then they go on to the full next scene of Steven moving the stars with the Khonshu. It's like, yeah, this is what I did. I like how they actually did that in the order. Then they go, okay, this is who I was. This is how I became. If he actually knows how to do that, because when Mark runs back, it's like, this is how I became. It's a story of the history of Mark's personality and his backstory, combined with him trying to balance himself. I love this aspect of it. The way the two hearts puts in the scale. I mean, the zombies in the cafeteria, the makeup. I'm not a huge zombie fan, but I love this. Actually, the origin of Mark and Moon Knight, I love the special effects they did with it, the shadowing, the coloring, and like I said in episode 1, the episodes are going over the actual phase of the moon because this is crescent. As you can see, every episode ends with the phase of the moon, and it's actually the current phase of the moon. I mean, I love the whole thing. I love the fact that Harlow was actually correct because Khonshu did pick him because he did have a fractured mind. I love that part. It's like, hey, he's playing the David Koresh part perfectly.
Can I ask a serious question?
That chair.
Yeah, whose chair is on life support?
I know it's about to. It's
I apologize.
Not me.
I apologize. I forgot to get oil stuff.
WD-40.
Yeah, I Target today. I apologize.
Lando with that shit up.
Yes.
All right.
Man.
It's okay. I was sorry.
Fat Steven, what are your positives of this episode? What are the things you liked?
I actually didn't feel like I was taken out at any time. They actually went to a serious thing with the whole mom thing and the whole how hard it is to deal with an abusive parent in general. I enjoyed that whole storyline because it's like you want your kid to understand, but the kid eventually will grow up long enough that they don't want to understand anymore because you're just making excuses. And that whole storyline that was put in there led into something else where Stephen had his own epiphany of his reality, and with that, you started to see why Stephen is there to begin with.
Yeah,
And that's why the inner battle.
cool.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get emotional. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Ashley,
I'm sorry. What?
positives. What did you like about this episode?
Oscar Isaac acting with Oscar Isaac.
That's it.
The boat stuff looked cool. I liked this. I liked a lot of the memory scenes. You know, I liked, especially even though it was like heart-wrenching, the stuff with his mother, and I thought the kids did a good job. The kid actor, the child actors did a good job in those scenes. The mother, she did a good job, even though she was horrible, and the father was just as useless and conveyed it quite well. So I mean, overall, I enjoyed the episode, but I guess I'll talk about, I like the episode.
There's just more negatives than positives, right?
It's just like the overall show really is for me. But this episode was my favorite episode of the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris?
I just don't care.
Yeah.
I think the ability for Oscar Isaac to basically be the main thing. It takes a lot for somebody to act that way, act as two separate people. And Ashley, like she said, the kid that played it, though it was just a small snippet where they show him switching, that kid did a great job of showing the moment that he brought Stephen in. And I thought that was done very well. And again, the way the kid rolled his eyes back, like we've seen so far in the earlier episodes between Mark and Stephen when they'd switch between the two. That's not the easiest thing for a kid to do. So I thought he did a really good job. The story of how it happened and why he did that makes a ton of sense. I mean, we know this is something that actually does happen to people, to children who unfortunately are in similar circumstances, where they maybe have gone out to do something with their brother and then their brother didn't come back because they went someplace they weren't supposed to, whatever. That kid typically feels completely guilty for what happened, whether or not it really was their fault or not. And this has been shown to happen where they literally will remove themselves from the equation to try to cope with it. Though in another personality, that's really how some of that happens. So it did a really good job of showing all that. And then the way they did it at the end, where he's outside watching, his house where his dad's at, his dad's trying to get it come in. And he literally just says, I'm not dealing with this, and goes to Stephen instead. And then Stephen watches it as he sees that he's sitting there talking to a mother that doesn't exist. So this is something, again, we didn't get that at the beginning when he's talking to his mom in the first episode in his apartment. He's not talking to anybody. Now we know this stuff. So this is all completing things that maybe we didn't need it, but it helps the story. And now we're understanding it more. And I love the fact that they really are staying true to Egyptian, what we think the Egyptians believe in. Again, we go off of stuff that's thousands of years old that we believe this is what they believed in. So it's a very cool thing to watch the representation of it on screen. And I think they did a really good job with that. All the boat scenes and stuff, the switching back and forth. And that when Mark doesn't want to deal with what Stephen wants to watch, he ends up back there talking to
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke's character. He goes back
Harrow.
to that doctor's office.
Dr.
Yeah.
Harold, yeah.
Yeah, he goes back to the office, and then it kicks back, and he tries again, and then it became Steven was in there. I like that way. It's like, so it's like his own mind is using Harrow as a way to force himself to deal with it. And I thought that was very interesting to do that. And yeah, I mean, I just think the way that it worked, I was kind of concerned with the fact that we're in a second episode of this type of, dealing with his self-personalities and things like that. They haven't shown Jake yet, so I don't know, again, how they're going to do that if they approach that. So I have reservations. But so far, I think they did a very good job of no Moon Knight, really. Just that small snippet of it. And because of that, I think that they're, again, seems to be the most complete A to Z type movement. I feel like we're going in the right direction. We're never stepping back. There hasn't been an episode yet that felt out of place. So, yeah.
All right. Danny, positives.
I really like the fact that I'm not bored. I'm interested in the whole episode. And there have been some Marvels where it kind of lulls and you kind of maybe lose interest. I haven't lose interest at all of this. I'm ready to see it every Wednesday morning when I wake up. I usually watch it before work or on the way to work. So I definitely like Harrow. He makes me hate him so much when he's in that doctor form trying to be all goody, nicey. I want to strangle his ass. So that goes to the testament of how well Ethan Hawke is acting. Isaac is definitely doing a good job. Being Steven in one clip and being Mark in one clip, back and forth, going back simultaneously. He's doing it seamlessly. I think that's fantastic. I'm curious to see the loss of Steven. Is that going to make him a stronger version of Moon Knight in this next episode? I think it is. I'm not too mad at that Hippo, the voice, because if you think about it, she's a goddess of children and fertility. So you're going to have a voice that's going to be kids are not going to be afraid of. So, so her voice, like I said, when I first saw it, I was like, but then when they reveal who she's the goddess of childbirth and fertility, okay, if she appears to children, she's going to have a voice that they're not going to be afraid of. So I understand that rationale in that voice.
Can I respond, Danny, real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
I was just going to say, because you can have like a calming, like earthly, like motherly, like goddess type voice and still be very calming and nurturing to children. I feel like she just sound like let's go to the mall and like let's go get like our Starbucks, like people I know. Like,
would you rather have that voice or Fred Drescher?
Let's get a Starbucks and write the next Marvel movie. Sorry.
I guess she's going to wear Barney because I mean I got tired of Barney, my little girl. She wanted. So I guess we're going for that. I don't know, but after looking at it, I said, okay, it makes sense to have a voice. I guess that would be pleasing to children. But actually, you are correct. She could have a more motherly, common voice. But after seeing the whole total episode, I kind of lost a little bit of my disdain for it as the episode progressed. So I can live with that. I can give it a pass. But I would agree, I think, with Fat Steven's Gall. And actually, this is my favorite episode so far this season. And I'm looking forward to Wednesday morning.
Can I retort for the whole voice thing as well?
Sure.
I do believe they should redub it with It's voice, Tim Curry from It. Like, hey, Georgie, you all going to float down here. And just use, I think it'd be a better allegory for purgatory.
Yeah, so me, my positives, there are a few. I thought the episode, like I said, it was good. Wasn't my favorite one, obviously, but it was good because I did like the, how Oscar Isaac did the difference between him and Steven, and you could see the difference in the personalities and stuff like that. But we did go down memory lane, which I said we were going to do, and I was hoping it wasn't going to be the whole episode, but unfortunately, it was.
You hate flashbacks.
No, I don't hate flashbacks, not at all. I just think that for the second to last episode, like maybe if they did on the third episode.
You said very, very, very repeatedly over and over and over that you hate flashbacks.
No, never said I hate flashbacks. I hate the flashbacks in Boba Fett, but I don't hate flashbacks.
Is there else getting a flashback right now that he did not say that last week?
I don't hate the flashbacks. I just think if they're done, well, one, too much, like it was in Boba Fett. I thought the flashbacks were too much, and they especially in a series like this, they didn't progress the plot of the story. Now this one we got backstory, but it didn't progress the plot of the actual story that we're watching, and that was the issue that I had. So I'm thinking maybe if they would have did in the third episode, I would have been fine with that, or have more episodes, right? That's my issue with it. What else? Oh, and this part, I loved it.
Technically,
it did
progress the plot of the story because he had to go through those memories, and
right. But I'm talking
Steven
about,
and him had to become one in order for him.
That's for him to go right. But that's not.
That's the next step on his journey. That's
not necessarily the plot of what him trying to take the souls from the other girl and stuff like that. That's part of his journey, right? Of part of Moonlight's journey. I'm talking about the whole entire story where we're finding out, because while he's in this zone, Harold freed the god. We don't see that. You know what I mean? That's what happens. That's why the souls are dropping down, because Harold frees the god. That's what they're saying. So I'm like, we don't see none of that. And that's the issue. Now, we may see what happened in the next episode, but I doubt it because it's only an hour episode. So what are they going to do? A quick flashback of him freeing the god, and then boom, Moonlight's there. Moonlight has to pass through that door, right, to get to the other side. Then they have to free Khonshu. Then they have to do all of this stuff before. So we're not going to see like him.
I think we're going to see a lot of stuff is going to happen off camera,
which is what's happening, right? Exactly. So I'm saying it didn't necessarily progress the whole plot of the story. It had a progression to Marc's character. We learn a lot about Marc's character. Marc's character had to be whole and all of that stuff to get to the plane, right? To get to where the door is or whatever, to get to come back.
A technique they might use is we see all the action, whatever it is, and sometime at the end, then they'll give us a flashback kind of montage of what actually happened, things that we missed or didn't see. So they might do that. I hope they don't, but they might do something like that.
Right. And I'm more or less like you. I don't think they will, but go ahead, Steven.
What's gonna happen is he's gonna get through the doors. He's gonna be having a free Khonshu. He's gonna have a face off with Harrow. And the last of those logs from episode 1 are going to magically appear and crush Harrow. And it's going to end the story.
Oh, God.
Well, to be honest with you, right? Because it's supposed to be Layla that's supposed to free Khonshu, right? So Khonshu has to be free by the time he walks through that door, right? So are we going to see her free him, or is he just going to walk through the door and Khonshu?
How do they get the message to her to free him?
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? So there's all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I get it.
Hippo did something when she turned the ship around. She said the guys are not gonna like this. I don't know whether she sent a message to the living. I don't know.
Well, she said she could. So yeah.
Have you thought about the Field of Reeds, the afterlife? Are the gods who are in statues? Did they make it to the Field of Reeds? Are they hanging out? Is Khonshu there that Mark could talk to? Where are they? Are they just in limbo with no consciousness, or are they hanging out?
Well,
who are you asking? Who is who?
Oh, just generally.
Yeah, but who though? Mark and Steven.
Steven is now.
Yeah, Mark is down in the Field of Reeds. Do you think that Khonshu is also in the Field of Reeds with the other guys?
No, he's in the tomb. He's in the tomb. In
locked
the
in that little
shanty.
thing, right?
Yeah, but he's a god. I think his consciousness can be in the Field of Reeds. because he needs to be there as well.
He's trapped in the Shanti. That's the curse.
Yeah, so was the hippo god.
Right.
Hawate is
I have a
also
theory.
in the statue.
You see, but here's the thing, Eli. There's
different.
different planes for different things, right? Because we get the ancestral plane, which they talked about in Black Panther. So she basically says this is just one of many, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's not there. He could be somewhere else.
So my question is based because Hawate is
not
also
dead.
in a stone. Is also stoned in a prison. So Hawate is there in the purgatory. So okay, Hawate's essence is outside the statue. So is Hawate?
Who's in purgatory? Who are you talking about?
The hippo. The hippo's also in a statue. If you look at the hippo's in a statue with the other gods in prison. So that's the essence of the god is there in purgatory. So do you think the essence of Khonshu isn't filled over east?
She's not trapped in her Shanti though.
And Khonshu's not dead either, right?
That's her job. Her job is
that's her job.
Yeah, but she's also in prison in stone. The gods in prison her as well.
No,
look at the end credit scene. Look at the end credit scene. The hippo. The hippo.
No.
Look at the end credit scene. Her statue is right there with the other in-prison gods.
Well, how is she moving and doing all that stuff if she's in prison?
Exactly. That's what I'm questioning. You think Khonshu
and what end credit?
Because I watched the whole thing. I didn't see no end credits.
During the credits, when the credits roll, you see the
but
statue.
the credits are not.
Those are just hints. Like
right,
those are just like
the story.
I mean, they are Easter eggs and things like that.
Of the show. They're embedded in part of the show.
But they're not.
No,
that's not how it works.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. But go ahead. So I mean, for me, I think. Was there any other positives? Yeah, because Eli just interrupted me.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's two. This is a positive that I like, but it also ends up to being a negative, which I will get into, right? So I love the fact that Stephen fell into the sands and now he's a part of the sands, right? I was like, okay, that's very interesting. Is he going to come back? Maybe not. No. Is he actually dead? No. So he's dead, right? So he's not going to come back,
he's
right?
Not coming back because the whole thing of Stephen sacrificing himself, because technically he is a figment of made-up personality to protect Mark when Mark couldn't handle the abuse anymore.
Right.
That's what created balance. And remember, there's still one more persona that's still trapped. And that's why there's also no balance. There's three.
I don't disagree necessarily with what Stephen's saying, but I have another theory on that.
Go ahead.
All right, here comes
the I'll wait till the end. There's no point in
Okay.
I
got
to get through this. So.
I got you. Right. So that was my thing with that, right? And we'll get into the negatives now, which I will start off because it goes into that. So now he goes into the sand, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting, like that's stakes, right? But it's taking souls, right? So even though there's two personalities, there's still only one soul. You know what I mean? So are you telling me each personality had a soul inside of Stephen?
Consciousness? No, what you're looking at this way. He created different personalities, two different consciousness, not two different souls. That's why the soul is unbalanced, because there's multiple consciousness fighting over control of that soul. That's why we're seeing through the whole series of Mark and Stephen battling.
100%. But when she talks about the sands and the not being balances, she says the demons will come and take your soul. That's what she says. She said they'll come.
But they didn't come and take Steve.
He sacrificed
Stephen. He you remember he fell off the boat.
Right, but my point is that body, if it should have one soul. Yes, there's different personalities, but you can't have two souls in the body. You know, that's what I'm saying. So yes, there were two personalities, but there's still one soul. So that soul. I don't know.
How do you explain?
But it wasn't a loss of a soul, though.
Yeah. How do you explain Shang Tsung then?
Who? We're talking Mortal Kombat. Totally different. Totally different. And Mortal Kombat, Shang Tsung, he only had one soul. He would just steal other people's soul, and then he could transform into them for. Yeah, but the souls went to the after realm, though. He didn't keep them. The souls went to the outer realm. But they went to the outer realm, you know. But I'm just saying, to me, it just seemed weird that, you know, like I said, they said souls, and then they took it, and it was like, oh, okay, now it's balanced because we have a soul, or he sacrificed himself, and I was just like, it's kind of weird to me.
No, I mean, the balance was he had to shed himself of Stephen, not the
Mhm.
soul part. It's just about him
I
shedding
know, but
and
what I'm
letting
saying
go of
is the
that.
sands were taking souls.
I
That's what
think
they're
you digging
doing.
too deep,
But
Bonzo.
he
I mean, like,
I'm just
also,
oh,
saying.
but I'm trying to
No,
explain to you, they did not physically take Stephen. Stephen fell off the boat.
right, but that should not be a soul. There should only be one soul. So it's either Steven's soul, right? Either
It was
Steven has
about
the soul or Mark has the
for
soul.
him, he had to shed the consciousness.
I get
They
it.
were taking souls. They did not
Yes,
take Stephen. So
yes.
it makes sense.
So Mark has the soul, then Steven has no soul. Right? That's what I'm saying. They're taking souls. There's not two souls in one body. There's only one
Yes,
soul
Sandra.
with two consciousness.
I get it.
So they took
You're
a
not
soul. The soul, the
No,
guy,
they
his
did not
consciousness
take his
left.
soul.
So then why did he die?
Because he fell off the boat into the sand
Which takes souls. The sand takes souls.
automatically, but he had to lose a
Exactly.
consciousness.
Okay, but a consciousness is not a
no,
soul.
no. What happens if the scales do not balance? Then you are sacrificed and your soul is
Your
given to
soul.
them.
Yes.
Okay. With
Consciousness, not
Stephen,
a soul.
he didn't have to give. Stephen wasn't a sacrifice.
Doesn't matter. It
I
takes
think,
souls.
Sin.
I
It
think you're
doesn't.
In the
saying that.
class of
It
sin.
does. What I'm saying is,
I
it doesn't
know.
take consciousness. It takes souls. So
From
right.
Stephen, he had
Okay,
two
but
consciousness, one
but
soul. He
right.
had to shed one of those
That is
consciousness
my point.
because of the shared soul, and
But
that's what
that is my
happened.
point. There's one soul. So why would it take a conscience and not a soul? That's what I'm trying to
He
say.
fell into the sand. They did not take
I
his. There's a
understand
difference.
that.
But
The
but
either
you keep
or.
saying
Script
take him.
congeniality.
Take
That's what
him,
it's
fell
called,
into it,
guys.
whatever. It was a soul. It was
Script
the sand
congeniality.
takes souls.
Script
That's what I'm saying.
congeniality.
Regardless of
And
what they
there
say, it
are
takes
two
him or he
splits and parts on
sacrificed
the
himself.
scale. And
But there's only one soul.
when he went to apparently when he went, you know, in purgatory, him and they split too into two beings.
But it's all in Mark's mind though, right? Well, not really in his mind, but it's in like a purgatory and it splits up. Yes, but there's still, anyways. I'm just like, it doesn't make sense to me. Still don't make sense. You guys can say whatever you want to. There was a two consciousness, one soul, and it took Mark fell, sacrifice, whatever, but it took that as a soul. And he turned into a fucking rock because it took that as a soul, and that what killed the consciousness, which made things balance for Mark. That don't make sense. That's just me.
Technically.
But
No.
other than that, the hippo, like I said, the hippo, oh, I got notes for this and all kinds of blah 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 blah, and I was just like, okay, I'm not really feeling this hippo part, right? What else didn't I like about the episode? I don't know. I guess just the fact that it was the second to last episode, and I thought there would be more. And like Fast Steven said, like that show is Moonlight, but we only got like 11 minutes of Moonlight throughout the whole series, so that's an issue as well. Danny, what about you?
Like I said at first, the hippo kind of annoyed me, but if memory serves you, on a lot of these origin series and stuff, we don't see a lot of the actual person. Like case in point, we saw Falcon. We didn't see him as Captain America until the last episode. Um, so a lot of these shows, not just only here, but like I remember the original Spider-Man. We saw him got bit first and did all kind of incredible stuff, but we didn't actually see him into the suit till almost the end of the movie. So I think they're still doing true to that. And actually, we saw, like you said, on the screen time, we saw, I think, Seagal said, 11 minutes. I didn't time it. But just because the show is named something doesn't mean because you got to kind of build the origin story of why he did this or how he did this. And sometimes they got to wait to get the suit, like on the Daredevil. If you watch Daredevil on Netflix, we didn't see the Daredevil suit to the last episode. Well, with the last 2 or 3 minutes of the 10th episode, I think the 11th episode, you saw him in the full garb. So that's a norm. That didn't bother me. You don't see limited Moon Knight. Just whenever it's time to see him, to show him being the badass, whatever, character the person's supposed to pick, I'm cool with it. So I don't mind the limited screen time of Moon Knight. I'm pretty sure if this gets a season 2, we'll see more of the Moon Knight. I think it'll be better than this episode as far as actual screen time. But other than that, I really didn't have a problem with the episode.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, Danny, but I think that's the problem with all the Marvel shows is that, you don't get enough of what we're supposed to see. Like you're supposed to see Falcon as the Captain America. You don't get to see enough of that until the end. Now we got Moon Knight. You don't get enough of that. You're going to see at the end. I was glad at least we've seen some of it throughout the series, but I was hoping for more. And then we had 2 episodes where you didn't see him at all. Right?
I think if they're going to definitely get a season 2, that process kind of whets the viewer's appetite to see the season 2 more. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Gotta hope for a season 2 though, right? Because if there's no season 2, then that's
only in the season 2,
right?
I don't mind that, because like Daredevil, season 2 is fire. So
you guys complain that there's only about 11% of Moon Knight actual footage in the TV show. Has anybody actually done a comparison about the comic books of how much Moon Knight percentage is shown in the comics compared to actual Jake and Steve and Mark?
Well, if from what I've seen from the comics that they show, there's a lot of scenes like he's Moon Knight a lot, in the costume a lot.
Because I never read the comics, that's why I'm asking.
Right, I never either. But when I
don't think we're gonna see a Jake. Somebody said
I don't think so either.
I think Perk.
Jake is the guy with the broken nose. I'm pretty sure that the accent is different, because someone actually pointed out to me, that listened to his voice, and then I went back and I watched it, and his voice is different.
Yeah, Perk,
and it would make sense
on the show Wednesday night I was on, but I don't think we're gonna see him. I don't want to see it, Jake. I'm cool with Steven and Mark.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. I don't know if we're gonna see Mark anymore, Steven anymore, right?
I think we will.
But, yeah.
I hope so. I'd like to come back for the last episode.
I'm pretty sure that if Khonshu defeats whoever the goddess is, I'd be within his power to bring Steven back if Mark wants him to. That's just my theory. I could be totally wrong. I don't know.
Hold on. I'm looking at the scene now. I mean, it would make sense because the only time he has a broken nose, right? So I don't know, but they also show him trapped up in the thing too, right? Like supposedly that's supposed to be him trapped in the coffin there. So I don't know if it's Mark or not. Chris, go ahead. You're up. If you're there. Okay, Chris is not there. Ash, you're up.
Things I didn't like. It's hard because I like this episode, but there's something about it that just, I think it's just the lack of caring, lack of investment in the character. I'm trying to think of a specific thing that I really don't like in the episode. Outside of Toret's voice, this is hard.
That voice, Ashley, stop.
I don't like that voice. That's really bad. I liked all the flashback scenes, but you can do that still in a very regal way. Yeah. Not like somebody that would text me and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like that.
When most grown-ups talk to kids, they be like, "Gaga, Google, yeah, Google, gaga, go, period." They don't that little silly voice. Most grown-ups do that.
No, yes. No, you can keep capping for it, but I'm not. It's not good. His voice is bad, but outside of the voice, I cannot think. I feel like there was something I had and I just lost it. The other thing that I don't like, and I can't think what it was right now because I was thinking about what's my negative, and that was one.
Okay.
And I
Anything?
can't remember the other right now.
All right. Well,
it was something that
Your mic,
really
mic's
annoyed
off,
me.
Alfonso.
oh shit. All right. So I'll go to Fat Stevens to go, and then you can come back and if you
Yeah,
remember.
maybe I'll remember. Sorry,
Go
guys.
ahead,
I
Fat.
was really searching
What?
for it.
What did you
part
like?
about
What did you dislike
What I
about this
dislike?
episode? Yeah.
It's really hard to say, but I don't think it's the episode. I think it's the length of the whole series so far. 6 episodes. I'm the short form. That's the one. It's lingering. It's little pieces here and there, but
Mhm.
I have no real complaints. Maybe I'm missing something in myself, but I didn't get pulled out at all. That was the first episode so far. I've never got pulled out by stupid humor at the wrong time.
Yeah, I feel you.
I tell you, this series keeps your attention more than any of the other ones to me.
Yeah, it does. I like it. Like again, for me again, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is still better, but it's the second best for me.
I don't think it's better. I think it's more action than what we're seeing, but I wouldn't say better.
No, I think it's better. Eli, you're up. What did you dislike about this episode, if anything?
Where's Jake? They kept on basically hinting that he has 3 personalities, but we haven't seen him yet. I mean, they hint that he's got with a broken nose because there's a different accent. They kind of hinted at why Steve doesn't remember because the abuse, because Mark created him so he doesn't remember, but Steve doesn't remember the abuse. It's like, this is Jake? What's going on here? Where's this Jake guy? Is he going to appear in a flashback at a farm called State? Show him at least. Come on. But then we got that joke. Okay,
yeah, Jake from State Farm. We got it. Keep it moving.
She sounds hideous.
Okay.
That was funnier.
Yeah.
Well, she's a dude.
No, that's why it was funnier.
The whole soul balancing thing. If the hippo pulled 2 hearts out, why is 2 hearts still on the scale? I mean, is this Jake's? What about Jake? Because he's so close to the sarcophagus. How do you end up in that flashback in the psychiatry in this mental ward? Who is Jake? Does he even exist? That's why I have a problem with this. And I love who even put my other one. The father did nothing about the abuse. That's what I hate about this. Like, come on, years and years of this. You did jack shit. You let it happen. I hated that part.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Anything else?
That's about it. Yeah, I hate when they killed Steven off.
Okay. I thought that was great. I actually liked them killing off Steven. I was like, why is that funny, Danny?
You like morbid stuff.
No, it brings stakes to it, right? It brings stakes. It makes you say, okay, so at least people can die. Like, I like these shows where people die. If they don't die, it just feels like
I don't want to see
like
the
a
good guy
cartoon.
die.
Ever?
No, I did not like when Tony Stark died.
When who died?
Tony Stark.
Oh my God, are you joking?
That was a death. That was sacrifice. Sacrifice is different than death.
And I still didn't like Hawkeye over Black Widow. Let Hawkeye ass die, please.
No, because then we would have got that crappy series about Hawkeye. It had nothing to do about Hawkeye. Let's go there.
Wow. You see, there's shows like there's a movie, I can't remember which one it was called. It was with Jeff Bridges or one of those Bridge brothers and their wife, and they were bombers. Right? Like they were setting bombs all over the place. And they ended up, and I can't remember, I think it was Kurt Russell that was in it too. Someone else was in it, was the good guy. And at the end of the movie, he dies, and they blamed everything on him. I love shit like that because we see movies with good endings all the time. Like everything is a fucking happy ending, and life isn't that way. So when we get movies where the good guy dies or the bad guy gets away, I love that shit. I fucking love it. Yeah, I know, right? But you could have the good guys dying too. Fuck that.
That's why I love Infinity War. The bad guy won.
And Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Oh God.
Can we just put it up to the fact that it's all Gamergate's fault and just leave it at that?
Yeah. So I think we did all the negatives there. We'll get into our predictions. Any final thoughts for the last episodes and our grades? Go ahead, Chris. I know you've had prediction that you've been dying to get out.
Well,
so
no,
go ahead.
I didn't even say what I didn't like about this episode.
Oh shit, my bad. Because you
had to leave.
Stepped away. Yeah. Right. Go ahead, and I'll be right back. Go ahead.
I have some issues still, though, with there being, and as Danny put it, too many things going on off screen. For this to be progressing forward, a lot of things were going on off screen. Yes, I'm sure all the souls falling are because Harrow has either succeeded in getting what he wanted, or it could be that they're being attacked by other things in that tomb still. There could be several reasons, but we know it has to do with something about that. We know these things, but it'd be nice to at least do let's go here while they're dealing with this, because there's a lot of movement in this episode. A lot of urgency there near the end. You could be showing let's show a little bit down there. Now let's go up here. This is like the moment that he did whatever, starting the souls come down. That should have been shown. And then you could come down and she says, oh my God, what's going on? Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then they start losing the whole thing. Those things should be put in there. I go back to the last episode where they just kind of dropped the whole, you got to know Egyptian themes to understand what's going on right now. You just don't assume that you can do things and not explain. There is sometimes a need for explaining. Sometimes there isn't. Just this was one time I think they could have at least shown some of that. And if they really did kill Stephen, I'm not sure how that helps anything in the storyline. I'm really not sure. But I will get to my theory here in just a second when we go through the rest of it on why I think that it isn't exactly what we saw. But like I said, I'll get to that. But that's the thing. The real thing is I think they're not necessarily getting the idea of when they should show something and when they're not showing something, when they should explain it, and when they don't need to. There's not as much going on that they do that with in this series, but there's still some of it going on. You want me to say my theory?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think Stephen is technically dead. I think the visualization of Stephen is dead. I actually think because of him being the smarts of Mark, that the soul is no longer fractured. Stephen's smarts and possibly like an inner consciousness will still be there, but Mark will be more in control of the two. I don't think Stephen is actually dead. I just think the visualization of him is dead.
Right. Because he's not a fucking soul. Because he can come back. Fucking Stephen can come back into the real world and create him again.
Either that or, again, he has learned to deal with what caused Stephen, so therefore he's allowed to be himself with both parts of that mind there. I think somebody said in the chat that the two hearts are still on the scale.
Yeah.
He has the heart of two different souls, one that remembers his mother fondly and one that remembers what his mother really did. That, I think, is still there. It's just the visualization, the fact that he was hiding it from himself or from Stephen. He was using something to get away from it when he needed to be away from it, and when he wasn't, that idea of switching between the two is gone.
So here's
my question. Be more like Firestorm, where he can talk to each other.
Pretty much. It's not going to need. They're not going to need that mirror. It's just up here. It's really just he's there, and it's this conversation within himself.
Oh, shit, I had a question, but I completely forgot what it was.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It's not you. I just forgot what it was. Yeah. All right, Danny, you're up.
I think I can't. What's the name of that movie? Gerard Butler was the evil god, the god of the desert or something. And Carrot Bolton was one of the gods. He was really smart.
Kings of Egypt or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's Kings. I think it's something like that, because at the end, remember they killed Gerard Butler, and he was able to get one wish from his dad. His dad said, "I'll bring whatever that girl back from the dead." I think that when they defeat whatever that crocodile goddess is, that somehow Khonshu will be able to reunite Stephen and Mark. Maybe he won't be showing them like Chris said, but he'll be able to hear him or call him when he want to, kind of tap into that extra smart power or whatever. If he need to ask something or get advice or any kind of thing, I think he'd be able to. Mark could be more in control. I believe that theory. For the grade, I'm gonna give it a A. I can't give it an A plus because I was a little, like I said, a little aggravated at first with the hippo and the silliness that I thought it was going to become, but it wasn't. But I give it a strong A, and I'm definitely ready to see the next episode.
All right, cool. Ashley.
My grade.
Yeah, and any predictions or final thoughts?
Predictions. Everything's gonna work out for him in the end. No, really, no. I think that they're gonna do possibly. Oh no, I mean a little cheeky there, but it will. But I think that they're gonna do the moment from the comic where he's like, "We're all Khonshu," and he's all one consciousness. Khonshu, he has the power of Khonshu, but Khonshu does not have this hold and this power to take over Layla or and all these things. Possibly. See, that's the only real prediction I mean, I just don't I just don't care is the sad part. I really like Oscar Isaac. I think he's done a phenomenal job, but I think that there's certain pieces around him that just bring the show down. But I like it. I like, anytime he's acting against himself, I think those are the strongest moments in the episode. Oh, I remember what I was going to say that I forgot to say, and we've already said it, but somehow I forgot to say it. What do I not like about this episode? Yeah, I know it's like, more of a cerebral episode, but there's no Moon Knight in Moon Knight. And that's it, basically for the show. There's no Moon Knight.
Yeah.
And I like to see the human element, and I understand that we're focused on, a lot of things, but I'd like to see my heroes. And if you don't show me the hero, then, what am I watching? And another thing about the episode, I thought it was really cool. Cool episode, but I still felt like it was a generic way of trying to be like cool and different and edgy, and say something, and at the end he's like in the field of reeds and it looks cool. But to me it just seems slightly, just like, okay. But it's a good show, I guess. Good episode. I'm going to give it an 8, but I don't care.
All right. Pat Steven.
Hey, Doc, you are slowly becoming an MCU hater.
No, I'm not. I'm just being real about it.
You know what it is, Danny? It's not as good as WandaVision.
It's not as good as Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's not as good as Loki. It's not.
I forgot to give my grade.
You are crazy.
Yeah, I know, Chris. I was going to get to you. What's your grade?
My grade is an A on this because I think this little offshoot of what they're doing is, I hope it's wrapped up except for maybe the first few minutes of the next episode, but I think they told it very well. I think they used the time properly to explain this whole split consciousness we've been dealing with. We don't know why, we didn't know what, and like Steven said, you're hiding the fact that you're crazy basically from Layla. That's what you've been hiding. And he's like, yeah, I'm hiding all this from her. And, I think they used the time very well. I mean, I won't disagree with what Ashley's saying. The whole, fact again of no Moon Knight, it's very difficult to take a show that's called Moon Knight and literally all but leave him out of an episode. I mean, he was in a little
I
bit
agree.
of this one, but yeah. So, but no, I still give it an A. And yeah, I already gave you my theory, so sorry. Go
Cool.
ahead.
No, it's all good. Fast Steven,
Yes.
your grade, final thoughts?
My final thoughts and grade. Well, it gets about a B plus, almost an A minus. Final thoughts. Can Disney count over 6?
I don't think so. Well,
No,
yeah, they can.
Matt.
Yeah, they can.
No,
Yeah, they can because WandaVision had more than 6.
Yeah,
And
that
no,
was
They
new
were
math.
also shorter, and
That was new math, though.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
7 is 6. That's, that's
No, it died before Ralph Boner was introduced. That's where I look at it.
Most of the episodes are about an hour, so it equals out.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not rewatchable for me, but it's not bad. It's not
All
bad.
right. And what do you give the grade for this episode?
A B to an A minus.
Okay.
And it depends on my alcohol content. That's pretty much it.
I'm going to change my grade.
as well as it should depend on that. That is a very good factor to use as basis.
Hold on, Ashley. Go ahead.
Nice.
Change your grade. What are you changing it to?
I think it's a 7, really.
7? Okay. 7's good. 7's a pass. 7's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not an 8.
B. It's B.
That's K-Dot's influences, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Danny. Not just
I've been
K-Dot.
dealing with
Hold on.
K-Dot for years now.
Hold on, Danny.
Okay?
Not just K-Dot. Nerdman too. You know what I mean?
Getting
Nerdman
to you,
too.
huh?
He's drinking the Kool-Aid.
No, I'm not.
You hang with 2 haters, you're bound to be the third one.
Yep.
No.
Birds of a feather flock together.
No. I've been dealing with Dot for a minute. So
And it takes a minute to rub off, but sooner or later it rubs off.
that many years? Dang.
Yes, it can.
I thought I was rubbing off on him.
Look how long it take a piece of coal to turn to a diamond. Look at that.
Facts.
Squeezing you, boy. You about
I'm
to be
still
a DC,
waiting on turn it.
you about to be a DC diamond here in the next few.
No, I'm not.
You know what we're gonna know, Donnie? You know how we're gonna know? On Friday. On Friday,
I bet
we
you
will know.
I bet you she hated. Ooh, I hate it. Dr. Strange.
On Friday, we will know.
Yeah, right. You think I'm gonna hate that? That's my I'm already trying not to be biased going to that movie. It has my 2 now favorite characters that are in the MCU, and one of the characters I'm currently reading a comic book about him and I love the comic. Yeah, I think one is not trash. One is amazing.
Friday. If you say that, the transformation is.
I will never say that. That ain't gonna happen. Trust me.
And then Donnie, we'll come back to this show and we will clip the part where he's saying I will never say that, right?
Yeah, I know. It's gonna have to be really bad for me to say it's a bad movie. It would have to be bad. It would have to be bad.
We got Tom Cruise as this Iron Man. I didn't want to see that, and it was.
I will be mad as hell if I see that shit. I will be mad as hell.
Them TV spots, man. I can't picture who he. It's somebody. I ain't somebody I ain't never seen before.
It's Rambo.
I'm pretty sure it's
I
Captain
haven't
Marvel.
seen any of them, so
don't be on. Stay off Twitter. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, do not look at Captain Marvel. Do not look at Doctor Strange or Multiverse of Madness hashtag. Major spoilers.
It's not just those. It's Illuminati. It's Wanda. It's anybody. There's so many things you have to mute.
Yeah, my friend,
literally
holy
earlier.
shit,
No, because I'm going to tell you, but not tell you, obviously, because I'm not an a-hole.
Major cameo.
Okay, I won't speak because you're going to. That's so tough.
I'll shut up.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ash.
On Twitter, they basically revealed a big spoiler on Twitter. Yes, somebody, and then images, and then image. I'm not going to tell you. Then there's images.
Well, send me the link because that shit don't bother me.
Released.
Yeah, I want to see it too. Send me the link too.
I mean, it's just a quick. I got to see if it's still up on YouTube, but it tells you. It's just if you saw the clip for the movie, you already know one of them already because they put it in there, but it just confirms. It's basically confirms what we already know.
You're talking
Like
about
the
like
rumor.
a chair, a certain chair, Ashley.
No, it's about the members of the actual Illuminati.
okay.
It confirms
I hope
everybody.
somebody go
in
there
it.
and put the first 10 minutes on the movie like they did the other movie.
Are you talking? Are you talking about Wanda doing something?
No, I don't know anything about that. I don't want to
Okay,
know
okay.
that. Don't
Okay.
because
Because
I'm
I heard
trying
something
really,
too,
really hard. I the only like
and I was like,
events of the movie. I know the opening 10. I know the opening. I saw that.
Ooh, yo,
how
they
the
gonna do the
fuck you
first
see
10
the
minutes like they
opening?
did Wonder Woman.
Huh?
They
How'd
did the
you see
first
the
10
opening?
minutes like they did Wonder Woman.
But no, they're not going to do that. That's horrible.
But
I'm
how
saying,
did you see it?
yeah.
What?
How did you see the first?
The first Wonder Woman?
How
No,
did you
no,
see
no.
the first few minutes of this movie?
Oh, I didn't see the minutes. I read it.
Oh, okay. You read it in like a spoiler.
Like somebody showed like the first 10 minutes of Wonder Woman.
Oh,
The second one.
they did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think-
Danny, I'm gonna put the link for the video up for you in the StreamYard private chat since you said spoilers don't matter for you.
Yeah.
So check the private chat in a moment, okay?
All right.
And Eli, give us your grade and
I'm going Thursday too.
Yep, Thursday night. What time you going Thursday?
Me, I'm going at 4:30. I'm going early.
I'm going at
Yeah.
10. Mine's at 10:30.
I got the first showing I could get to.
I couldn't
But-
because I think the first showing here was at like 6, and I want to see it in IMAX. Like this movie
Well,
is definitely going
this
to
is
be seen in
this is the
IMAX.
IMAX. The
Right,
4:30
but
showing
my
is
IMAX were all sold out, and the only seats were the ones right up in front, and there's no fucking way that I will ever watch an IMAX movie sitting in those front seats. So I said, all right, 10:30.
I was like, bad. Like, yeah, I gotta drive an hour. We gotta drive a little bit, but we going.
How far you gotta drive, Ashley?
Well, 45 minutes.
See,
Damn,
that's
it's
what
a
my
5
IMAX
hour
is an
IMAX.
hour away. I'm not. Is it really worth an hour drive?
Like
With
there
gas
used I used to have to drive to like there's like I didn't know because we used to drive 2 hours.
Whew, hell no.
To go.
Wow.
But I didn't know. But like I didn't because we always would go to these certain theaters. Like if I didn't go to IMAX and because like there's a theater where I live, but it's just like a little bitty one. So we always go to the bigger ones, which is like.
Dedicated.
Wow, I live 4 blocks
Well,
from
I
the
mean,
IMAX.
sometimes I didn't
Damn,
go
2
see
hours.
Bad Guys, you know, at the freaking IMAX theater. It just depends. But I go to the bigger theater that's closer to the mall, and they just remodeled it and were rebuilding it during the pandemic, and now they have IMAX there. So that's where we're going.
Cool. Eli, your grade, final thoughts.
Oh, sorry. I have to give this an A minus. Not just A plus, but at least a solid A minus. Because they did kind of leave along the story of his flashbacks, of his backstory. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, boy, give that shit.
Good shit. Good shit.
Darmity, I ride the 7 seas of the screwless chariot. Follow me on a magical adventure of squeaking and magic.
Go ahead.
One man, one desire. Eli, who is Squeaker Mouth. I'm sorry, please don't.
Somebody, it's glitching in here.
Oh my
It's like, what?
god.
I'm like, man, I'm sorry.
That shit is funny, man.
Yeah, it's Anza.
Okay, I like how this story actually folded together. So my prediction is that they're done with the backstory, but they're gonna have to release Jake from that sarcophagus because they're gonna have to explain the Band-Aid, the separate accent, the lack of memory, why Steven didn't remember that. They're gonna have to explain the hint of Jake, and I say we're gonna see him in the last few minutes of the whole entire episode. We're gonna finally reveal the last Jake in the last few minutes. Not boom, here's Jake. No, it's gonna be one of those big old secret reveals, but no. It's Jake, not a huge superhero like you thought it was. That's my prediction. We're going to be slowly teased and finally reveal Jake in the last seconds.
How can it be a secret if he might have already been revealed though?
Because they haven't confirmed that Jake exists. They only confirmed that Mark exists.
I don't think that they're
and
going
Steven
to
exists.
confirm it in the last few seconds. If anything, the last few seconds would be, is this real or is he really in a hospital? Maybe type of thing.
So you don't think that'd be
But I don't even believe
credit?
that. I give, if anything, it's like question, did these things really happen? I think that they're gonna, you're not gonna get a lot of Jake, but I think they're gonna like confirm. I feel like it might open with him, like in the chair again or something. And then, I don't know.
I kind of feel like maybe an end credit scene, of Jake, like Danny was just saying. Maybe there's an end credit scene where you see Jake. I could see that happening. They're saving it for an end credit scene. I
Or
could
you look
see
in
that.
the mirror and he's like, "Who are
Right.
you?" And it goes up like that.
I don't know why they would say
Yeah.
that for an end credit scene when they've already shown him to us. So it's like the reveal wouldn't mean anything.
I have a question.
Right, but they showed him. They showed him, but they never showed him in the body, right? So now maybe
They showed him in the
show an
body.
end credit
They
scene
showed
where
him in
they
the
show-
body with the broken nose. They just have to confirm it.
Remember
The
that
guy with the
fight
broken
scene?
nose.
Well, right.
They and then the fighting scene. So like,
Right.
That wasn't me.
But we never actually seen the interaction. Like we assume, and we have like little hints, right? Because it was probably him who made the date with the girl, because neither Mark
Yeah.
nor Steven remembered having the date. So it's probably him. But what I'm saying is, at the end credit scene, we'll finally see him in the body, right? Walking
I'm just saying. I
around.
think that. I don't.
Go ahead.
I think it'll be earlier in the episode.
Maybe earlier.
Just because like they've already like, because like usually like those moments, like when you think of like the post credit scenes that you've seen, it's usually like it hits you. It's not like we might have seen the character here and there. Maybe they'll do it, but it's like, but why? Because it's like a limited series.
There is a post-credit scene. I posted the actual all 32 soundtracks from the movie online on Twitter. Yeah, there's a post-credit scene. So,
Guaranteed, there's a post-credit scene. That's
Okay.
not a question.
Real quick.
I'm not
It's
saying
Marvel.
there's not a
It's good.
post-credit
All right.
scene.
No, I know.
Wait,
I know.
where are we at with this? Where are we at with the Moon Knight stuff? So I'm losing track on that.
predictions.
I don't.
Oh, we're done. We're done. Eli, who was
Okay.
doing his grade, and we're done. Yeah. we're
There
good.
is one thing I want to bring up. Do you realize that we've got more squeaking from his chair than we've seen?
I
of all
know,
of
it's
Moon Knight in the
like-
whole series?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I've been holding the joke for like 2
Do you have any butter? Any Pam? Is there somebody you can knock on the door and get some Pam? To spray it.
Have
on
you
there?
tried spitting on it?
Spitting is spitting is a very good lubrication for many purposes. If you
It
haven't
is. I've
heard,
seen the
Steven?
videos.
Oh my
Steven,
god! I know, really.
I got cotton mouth. There's
This
no
is
saliva anywhere.
going
okay?
downhill real quick.
Hey man, I've used my spit for some lube all the time. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm smoking weed. I got cotton mouth. There's no saliva, okay?
Oh goodness!
Have you tried
would
lubricating it
singing,
with
would
hair oil?
singing coming to America help here in any way?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Hey, you missed out
Eli,
though.
have you
Oh,
tried?
No. I was watching. I seen it. I was
Oh
watching.
my god!
What was that, Ashley?
I said, Eli, you should try standing. Maybe that'll work out.
Or sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Or that. Or that.
Laying down on the bed.
Anything
Watch
other
people
than
do
that sound that's like giving me like
Buy a new chair.
Yeah.
you
All right, guys.
know,
I gotta run.
Shout out your
burn
channel, Chris.
Yeah.
things in
Real
my
Review
heart.
3000,
Sorry.
guys. Check it out. And Chaos Central, chaoscentral.com, all that good stuff. Make sure you sub to everybody here. They all deserve those subs also. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to next week. If you're interested, Name That Tune is on in 1 hour and 10 minutes, basically. So check that out. And I will see you guys later tomorrow.
If you want, put the link in the chat for it, so people they know where to find you anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean,
But
cool.
yeah, man, and I think we're gonna probably finish up that stream on Chaos List, the
Okay.
ranking. We'll
Okay.
see. Yeah. All right. Peace out. And I'm gonna let Eli Who shout out his channel. Eli Who, go ahead.
Speaking of Moon Knight, I want to remind everybody that May 15th, starting around 8 p.m. on Sunday Pacific time, there's going to be a full total lunar eclipse. So if you have clear skies and you want to look up and see total lunar eclipse, next 14 days, sorry, where's my calendar? 13 days, 23 hours, 42 minutes, and 11 seconds. Look up. How do I know this? Well, I'm a scientist. I have a science show on YouTube called What's Up with the Universe, where I talk basic astronomy and astrophysics. So if you want to learn about the night sky and everything that's out there, check out my channel. Or not. It's up to you. Hey, I'm not going to force you to do anything. And thanks for having me on, Alonso.
No problems. Always a pleasure. Fat Steven Seagal, you are up next, my friend. Tell the people about your channel real quick. Okay. Ashley, tell the people about your channel real quick.
The Widow, where I talk about movie news and fun stuff. And I have new videos up on my channel just for you to watch. And I need 12 subs, and I'll be at 500.
Nice.
12. And then we got a big stream coming this weekend where we're going to talk about Moon Knight.
Yes.
And of course, Moon Knight will be the appetizer, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness will be the entree. And we will serve it to you on a dish. It might be cold, it might be hot, depending on if they liked it or not.
It's gonna be cold, DC cold.
Hopefully, I'll have a nice panel of crazy individuals.
And
for them two, even if they do like it, they're gonna be like, it's trash. It was trash.
Hands down. I will definitely be there for sure because I gotta, offset the bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I haven't even talked to Nerdman, but I know Dot will be there for sure. I got a message to Nerdman.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that if this movie is as good as I think it is, when I get home, which would be around 12:30 or so, I'm coming online and I'm going to talk about it because I think it's going to be fucking great. So.
Please
and I don't
know LDG and ask for your money back.
One thing I hate is that it's not longer than 2 hours and a few minutes. I wish it was like 2:30.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I agree. You were gonna say something, Ash, real quick?
And I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna do because I'm doing the stream on that I'm hosting on my channel for it, and then I've got to do the one on Max's. And with I think we're gonna talk about what'd you like, blah blah blah, that. But I kind of want to do it, based on the character and go through each character that way, and then plot points. Acting, like all that, and see how.
Are you doing anything Thursday night after? Because I'm not going to be home till 12, so I don't know if you're doing anything before that. But if you want to wait till I get home, because I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'll be doing that Saturday. That'll be on Saturday when we do that. Because we'll do that Saturday. But I mean, I can talk we could do if I'm awake or not doing anything. We could do
I was like, listen, man.
First reaction.
If nobody's fucking up, I'll do that shit myself. I'm gonna pop out here and be like, yo, that movie was fire.
I know I'm gonna record a video for it too.
Yeah.
So
trying to catch a 5 o'clock show.
I might record that video on my phone. And
they got 6 shows. I just look it up. They got a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Shit, man. Can't some of you guys go see it at 10 like me so that when I get home, you know what I mean? Because I know it's gonna happen. I want to be chilling, getting ready to go to the movie. They can text me, yo, this shit is fire, bro. Yo,
if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
No, I want to know, but I just know that the texts are coming. What movie was I sitting and watching? Can't remember. I was watching a movie. Danny was just texting me, bro. Like it was about to start. I was texting me, yo, this shit is fire. First time in the movie is fire. And I'm like, shit, I'm trying to watch it now myself,
Yeah.
What was that?
I mean, I like going to movies at nighttime too, but when there's a movie like this, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go
early. Yeah, I know.
First, I mean, if there was 11 o'clock showing, I'd been like,
yeah, I would have went a midnight showing too, for sure.
No, I'm talking about 11, like when the movie
in the morning.
Open, okay. I would have been like, F this job.
I would have.
I got to take off, guys. I got a Jello job.
All right, man. Eli, take care. Well, shout out your channel already, so have a good one.
Yeah,
we're just closing up anyways. We're just talking shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got Jello job. I've been holding for about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Later, weirdos.
All right, peace out.
Later.
Danny, shout out your channel.
I'm Danny Graham, aka Comment Chat. You can find me here tomorrow night. My show, Chaotic Conversation. Tuesday night, Onzo's Chaos List. Wednesdays, Rule of 3 on Thursday. and enjoy the show, man. I got another stream here in the next few minutes. I appreciate it, man. I can't wait to next week so we finish this up.
Absolutely, 100%. Oh, what was the answer, Danny?
What answer? Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can tell him at
The,
least I said congratulations.
I'll let you know more if we discuss it here. But
Yeah,
I got to bounce over there now.
no problem, brother.
Yeah.
Take care. Have a good one. See ya.
Peace.
Tell him I said
Bye.
congratulations. At least tell him that. All right.
I will.
And Happy New Year.
Later.
Yeah,
I thought we were just saying terms.
of course you did. Yeah. So me personally, like I said, I'm gonna be popping on that stream about 12:30. If anything, hey,
Yeah.
if it's not good, you won't see a stream. I'll tell you. That. Well, you might. I might come on here and be like, "Yo, that movie was trash," but
If
I
it's
don't.
bad, if you think it's bad, then you got to rant about it. So there you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that as well.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be doing that. Other than that, guys, we're doing our shows during the week. We got Chaos List, Rule of Three, Chaotic Conversation, the OOC. OOC wasn't there this week because Roberto is in New York. He's chilling, having a good time. So hope you have fun with that, brother. Hopefully he'll be back for this Wednesday show. Of course, Ashley will be there, and I'm thinking about bringing back Game Changers with my boy Dwayne that has been on the OOC. So I'm discussing that with him, bringing it back because I've been seeing some bullshit with these fresh and fit dudes. I've been seeing some. Have you been seeing the bullshit that they've been up to?
I just saw like those Australians, like
Oh, the Australian ones, right? Where they went on the channel with the
yeah.
Kaylee and Jackie or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that. Then they're talking about, if you're with a woman, they need to delete their Instagrams, all kinds of crap. And then this guy literally said, he literally said that he don't give a fuck about giving a girl an orgasm. He's like, if it happens, it happens. But, I'm not working for it. And I'm like, well, that's why your ass ain't got no fucking woman. That's why. But
They sound like morons.
They're clowns, bro. They are fucking clowns. But yeah, so we're gonna bring that one back. I'm just thinking of a day. I'm gonna talk to him, but I think that's a good thing we could try out too as well. But other than that, man, we doing what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a few things I'm gonna try to bring back, and one thing that I'm gonna start doing.
And what I wanted to ask you,
I need two dudes that know a lot about basketball. Holler at me. You have you want to? But you have your own channel. I'm looking for people that I know, but I'm not. You gonna you want to host a show on my channel? I'm not like.
You're looking for someone to host the show.
Yes, there's certain topics that I like to because I produce it, but
we could talk. Let's see. But that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then we show clips, talk, and it's basketball, sports stream. I used to have that on my channel. I'd like to bring that back. I used to do Sunday lessons. I'm gonna start doing Sunday lessons again, but a little bit different because it's not good. So Sunday lessons will be coming back, ladies and
Sunday
gentlemen.
lessons like church lessons.
No, it's like life. Come get these new lessons.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I mean? Come get these lessons. We're about to bless you.
Okay.
If we it could be like a real it just depends. Like if we're talking about dealing with anxiety or some
depression.
dude talking about I'm a beta male. Oh, you want to get schooled by some women? Bet. That's up on my channel right now still. From a Sunday lesson that we did, and it's actually on my channel now. It's called Some Men ... Yeah, so that video is up. We used to do that on Sundays.
Cool.
Just real shit. Whatever the conversation is. Whatever I think of, and then flowing conversation can go another way.
And y'all definitely gotta go check out the more videos because I actually be looking.
Don't say that. I don't like you. No, I don't took that one down because you said that.
Why? Really?
Yes, I hate the way my face looks.
No, don't take it down. Don't take it down.
On my way, it goes to my face. It goes to my face. That's where it always goes.
Hey, it happened to me. I go back to my old ones and I'm like, okay, yeah. And then you watch the ones like during COVID and I'm like, look how fucking.
But
fat
at
this
the
is,
time,
guys.
I was only wearing like one size bigger. It was all in my freaking face and my fucking somewhere else. I'm not gonna say where that is, but you know,
Yeah, I
that's
know
where
where
I went.
yeah, we all know where that is. Yeah, but with that being said, Fast Steven, anything else to say? Because you've been a little bit quiet before we close up.
Well, I have a channel.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Twitter. And I had the best jokes ever tonight. I'm sorry it took 5 episodes just like Moon Knight.
Well, we'll
Sorry.
definitely get to see the final episode. Hope it's great. You guys make sure to stay tuned for that next
In
weekend,
the
Sunday.
heart. What's
It
in the
is.
heart, Chillmonger?
What did he say? Let's see. Hold on. Chill.
Like he just said it's in the heart, and I have no, I don't know. I was just curious. Was he talking about
The chubbiness, maybe.
fuck you? Excuse my language. Don't say that. I have like you can't say that.
With
I have
that being
eating
said, guys,
disorders and
it
shit,
was
dude.
great. It was fun. We will see you on the next one next week. Make sure to stay tuned for the final roundtable of Moon Knight, and then who knows what show's coming up next. I have no idea what show. I think it's
Definitely
Obi-Wan.
not Wonder Twins.
Is it Obi-Wan next?
It's you're talking about for the round table.
I'm talking about anything on Disney. The next series on Disney.
Could I be?
I think it's
Yeah.
Obi-Wan. So
Yeah. Can I be?
there will definitely be a roundtable for that. I am putting my card in there now because I want to do the Ahsoka one. I don't know who's doing the Obi-Wan one, but I am doing fucking Ahsoka. That's the one I am doing. But with that being said, guys, peace, love, and hair grease. See you next time. Love you guys. Peace.
I am inevitable.